Alright, so I came across this, this temple. Well, what did it say this place was again? I think it was Har's Hole? It said discovered Har's Hole. Har meaning the high one. I'm assuming that this is supposed to be a temple to the god Odin. Very interesting. I'm very curious about this. As like most northern European pagans, Odin is a very, very important figure in our spiritual path. So far, all right. So this, okay. So let me take this in. Okay. So there's a pool here. Was this supposed to be 700? What year is this supposed to take place? The 700s, right? 780. This is an incredibly sophisticated building. I'm not saying that something like this wouldn't exist, but alright, let's check it out. Let's go into the, it is Har's Hole. Hole of the High One. Okay. A lot of carvings. Walking in. Flowers. Flowers. Okay. This looks like a church. Why is there a church here? This is a church. There wouldn't be such a sophisticated structure like this looking like a church. Is this where the priest is this where the priest gives the sermon? Hear me now, all ye beings high and low of Hemdale's children. Oh, no. Woo! Nice. Oh. Alright, this... Alright, so what can we say about this structure? Yes, it's absolutely decked out in a very... it looks very Nordic. I'm just not buying it. I would expect, like, okay, if I was to walk into a Hof or a sacred temple of some kind, I would not expect to see something like this. Most sacred and holy sites centered around a sacred tree of some kind, a blood tree. And this tree would be a big tree, maybe like an oak tree, maybe even an ash tree, but more than likely it would be an oak tree. And that is where you would hang your offerings to the spirits and the divine. You would hang stuff, gifts from the branches. If you had a bloat, you would take the fur of the animal and you would drape it over one of the boughs of the tree to offer the gods, because essentially a bloat is like a well, they call it a blood sacrifice, but it's kind of like, it would have been like a community pig roast, except for it would be the best, most beautiful pig you ever saw, and they would kill it like right there on the spot, and then they would skin it, drape the pig's skin over the tree and other animals, right? Because that's what a blood tree is. But that's what a sacred site would mostly be centered around. A grove of some kind, not a structure like this. This is incredibly elaborate, and I call bullcrap. I'm not saying that there wouldn't be like that structures like this didn't exist. I'm just saying highly unlikely. You would be, like I said, the pinnacle point of the sacred area would be a giant tree, a a big tree, a tree that obviously stands out, and it would be decorated with offerings. Um, some of it bloody, some of it not so bloody. But this is ah. And I don't think it would have been one space, like one area specifically, like an area specifically dedicated to one god. We have like a written record of it was kind of like a shrine, an indoor shrine area, and in that shrine there was Frey, Thor, and Odin. Or yeah, Frey, Thor, Odin. Yeah, those three figures. There would almost never be. So it was like three figures, right? And it was a large shrine. Sometimes you would have smaller shrines dedicated to one deity or another, but a lot of your sacred rites would have been done somewhere outdoors around a very large tree. Uh, yeah. Okay. All right. It is cool. I'm not gonna say it's not cool, but I'm gonna say this is very, 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 very unlikely. Um, if anything, I would say that structure should look more like a pavilion with shrines and stuff set up in there. Something like that. Like maybe something with a roof over it, but not a full blown. What would you call that? A Viking church? Oh god. Oh, oh, get me out of here. Get me out of here.